Hey Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Cappy, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Star card. But before we get to that, I just want to say, for those of you that allowed me the time and space to have off that I needed, just want to say a massive thank you so much for giving me that time and space, because it was needed. For those of you that reached out to make sure that I was okay, alive and still kicking, it also means a lot. Thank you very much to all of you, and I wish you all of the best. For your Star card, excuse me, for the week ahead, your big message here is that this week, again, you're getting that glimpse into the future. You're getting a deeper understanding of what everything that you've been experiencing up until this point has actually been about. Projects that you are working on. You might get like maybe not all of the payout, but you start to see how this is going to benefit you further down the line. What I also feel about this Star card as well, though, is you're going to see this week the potential problems and challenges ahead of time, right? So you see this thing, you see this issue, this challenge, this whatever, and it's like, okay, you know what? I see this. It may become a problem, but I'm not going to stress myself out. All right. So it's like you're looking at it and you're just kind of saying, okay, that's potentially a problem. And now that I know that that is one of the potentials, I can plan for that. So it's like you're getting the heads up, you're getting the head start or the jump ahead on something, which is great. When it comes to your, should I say, for those of you that are continued subbies, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options, you have the Page of Swords. Whatever is happening for you over the course of this week, it's going to be something that either comes to fruition or starts to yield its results in January or February of 2023. Excuse me. Ooh, there's the Capri yawn. The reason I say this is because the Page of Swords coupled with the Star card represents the time of year that is Aquarius. We're already in Leo season. So whatever you're setting into motion at this point, and obviously at the time I'm recording this, it's the 27th. So this is probably as a result of the Leo new moon on the 28th. Whatever you initiate this week will likely be culminating, completing, or having its efforts, results, and rewards show up for you in the time of Aquarius of 2023. Love this. Now, this could be, for some of you, this could be that you're starting a new business this week. Maybe you're putting, pen to paper on ideas that you can, initiate. The other way that this could show up for you as well is it's a new contract of some sort. The Page of Swords tends to be a card of initiation, so things that you actually set into motion. And with the Star card, this could literally be something that you're doing that has the future in mind. So starting a business, maybe you are applying for a new job, maybe you are applying to go to school or to university, maybe you are planning an event of some sort as well. That could be, really also, planning things like webinars, anything that has that digital kind of sphere or feel to it as well. Maybe it's just that you're setting up the social handles for your new business. That could be cool. For your communications and conversations, you have the Page of Wands. So what do we see here? You have two pages. Two pages represents the energy of disquiet. So when we say disquiet, it doesn't have to mean arguments. It just means that there's going to be a lot of voices talking at once. And so for that reason, you need to make sure that you are noting everything down, or that you have a strong understanding of where you want something to go. Communications are going to be passionate, fun, vibrant. There's probably going to be a lot of interaction with siblings this week as well. So if you've got siblings, brothers, sisters, if you don't have any, blood relatives, these might might be sister from another mister, you know, brother from another mother, all of that kind of stuff. You could be interacting a lot with them this week, and with the Star card in tow, this is about something that either has a very big impact on your future, or at least gives you a deeper understanding of where you want to work with people that are like siblings. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, it looks like you might be favoring something that's a bit more creative rather than, you know, when we think about Capricorn energy, we tend to think about rules, regulation, structure, corporate, you know, accountancy, banking, government, all of those kinds of things. But it looks like a lot of you are seeking either, you know, some of you might even be going into something like comedy. Some of you might be looking into engineering. Some of you might be even this week deciding to go towards, you know, something that has a more creative energy, like even interior design. It's, you know, it's all there. It's all a possibility, and it's just really interesting to me. For your, for those of you that are employed by somebody else, the Page of Wands is giving you, because it's with the Star card, so it's like if you are employed by somebody else, maybe your approach to things is a lot lighter hearted this week, and so people are seeing more of your actual personality rather than your work persona, which I actually think is a good thing, because it's going to go a long way to humanizing you. Because you've got these two pages here as well, you might be a little bit more, as if you need any more, but you might be a little bit more vocal this week about your opinions at work. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, you're getting very proactive about the future this week. Like, this is about you thinking about what your empire, what your moguldom might look like. For your home and environment, for those of you that are retired and no longer working, I mean, it's the Page of Wands. Really, this is really about how you have more fun. It's about how you inject more fun and enjoyment into your life. And I think this week that's what you're going to be focused on, especially with siblings or people that you see as those kinds of connections. For your heart and half, wow, okay, so the Page of Pentacles, so you've got 3 pages here. 3 pages usually represents a dispute, so I am going to say, you know, now that we see the 3 pages, it is very possible that there could be a little bit of an argument this week, maybe with the significant other, but it may also be as well, it's a problem between a significant other and a sibling, or maybe somebody who fulfills that role. So maybe, you know, let's say you've got a sister and you've got a partner. Maybe they have a fallout, or they have a dispute about something, and it's like you're having to be pulled into it to be piggy in the middle, which, if you're in the US, piggy in the middle is a colloquialism that we have here in the UK, where basically the game would be that you know, let's say there were 3 of you and you would have one in the middle, and you would have to pass something to the other person without the piggy in the middle getting it. It's also having to play mediator. So, you know, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, you may end up having to mediate between a significant other and a sibling or a friend this week. For those of you that are single, slightly different. It could be that you are introduced to somebody through or via a friend, and maybe they say to you, no, this person is not for you. This person is not for you to date. Maybe that's because they think they're being a really good friend, and you're like, you know, I'm a fully grown adult. If I'm going to make a mistake, let me make my mistake. And you're like, listen, I'm telling you no. It will be interesting to see how that plays out for those of you that are single. And then finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Emperor card. So there's definitely something being established here. You're making money, or at least gearing up to make money from something new. So a side business, a side hustle, maybe turning, you know, maybe starting something new. Maybe you're buying a property and deciding to flip a house. Maybe you are, you know, like there's something that you're, And because it's the Emperor as well, like you're doing this in a way that's very official. So you're, signing paperwork, maybe, getting all the research done, really looking in that specific field to see what it's going to take for you to make this happen, and dedicating a lot of time and energy to it as well. Your resources for the long term look very good as a result of this week. They may not necessarily show up in this week though, all right? So this is like securing your long-term future. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your head and your face. I will say with this kind of energy, because there's a lot of information and there's a lot of talking, it may be a week where you really do have like a banging headache, and I hope that's not the case. When it comes to your home and environment, the Emperor card as a home card, it's about fortifying the home, strengthening the home. So whether this is, maybe you're looking at the locks on the door, maybe you are paying attention to the windows, is the double glazing doing its job? On a really practical level, this is you future-proofing your home. All right. With that said, I wish you also the Emperor represents the husband, the father, the grandfather, like all of the old sort of older school males in the life. So this could be, conversations that are happening around that. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.